Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's your favorite girl Favor. If this is your first time of coming across my YouTube channel, thank you so much for stopping by. On this YouTube channel, we learn how to turn void materials into a beautiful piece. So guys, for today's tutorial, we are going to be learning how to cut and sew this beautiful Kaftan Bubu dress. This is an A-line Bubu dress and it has a side ruche. Now this dress can be rocked without the ruche and it also has a puff sleeve. So if this sounds like something that you're interested in, without wasting much of your time, let's head to the tutorial proper. So this is the fabric we're working with today, and I have this to be 3 yards. So I'll quickly demonstrate to us how to fold. Now, if we know that African print, the length of African print is 45. Now, when we want to fold this bubu dress, we are not going to be folding it this way that we fold our normal African print. Rather, we'll pick this edge and then place it together like this. Now we have this to be folded into 2. All right, after folding it like this, we'll now fold it in like this again. Now we have this to be 4 pieces. Okay, so this is how we're going to be folding today's bubu because of the length we are working with today. The length of the bubu we're working with today is 55 inches, and we have this to be into 4 when we fold it like this. I hope you understand this. Now, if you're cutting on a patterned paper, it is not advisable for you to fold your paper like this. Please take note of that. Okay, but because of the fabric we're working with today is not patterned, as you can see, we are going to be cutting it that way. I hope you understand. So guys, I've gone ahead to fold our African print, and we have this to be 4 pieces together. This is the 3rd one here, and then this is the 4th one. Okay, so this is where we're going to be cutting today. And I've gone ahead now to identify the wrong side of this fabric with my chalk. So we'll go ahead and get our basic bodies. All right, so for this bubu here, this is where we're going to be getting our neckline. Now I will mark my wideness of the neck, which is 3 inches. I will mark it down here. Okay, and then the width of the neck we're working with today, for the back neckline, we're going to be making use of 2 inches. I will mark it down here. So after marking it down here, the next thing we're going to do is to get the front neckline. Now for the front neckline, I will use 3 inches. Okay, then we'll go ahead and connect these necklines together. Okay, please take note that if you want yours to be really turtled neck, you will just maintain 2.5 by 2.5 both for the front and the back. I hope you understand this. Now from this our neckline here, I'll come out by 8 inches, which is the half of our shoulder divided by 2. Then from that point, I will come out and get our sleeve length, which is 14 inches. I will mark it down here. That is our sleeve length. Okay, so please do not forget, from here I marked 8 inches, and then from here, from that 8 inches, I marked 14 inches, which is our sleeve length. Okay, so depending on the sleeve length you're working with. Now the wideness of the sleeve we're going to be working with today, we're going to be making use of 17 inches. So I'll place it from here, and then I will come down here and then mark our sleeve wideness, which is going to be 17 inches. So please, you want to take note that I'm not including any neck slants at that point because I am not going to be joining the shoulder. That is why. So I've marked it. Now from that 17 inches, we'll come in by 4 inches. From that 4 inches, we're going to go ahead and connect it to the full length of this bubu length. So mark the 4 inches from here down to the full length. Okay, please take note that we're using 17 inches for the sleeve length because of the puff sleeve, and we'll be attaching an elastic band at the tip of the sleeve. All right, so from this point here, we'll come out by 1 inch. Okay, now we'll come out here by 1 inch and then use that 1 inch to give this point the bubu curve. All right, so this is the easiest way to get your bubu curve. Now guys, from the thumbnail of this tutorial, you will notice that this bubu dress is not a straight bubu dress. It has an A-line shape. So to achieve that, from that our sleeve length will come down by 15 inches. But please take note, at the end of the day, I changed my mind and then I came up by 10 inches. So we'll go ahead from this 15 inches now. We'll be extending our hand out to give it an A-line shape, not the normal straight way we cut our bubu dress. Just pay attention and you will understand this. Okay, so we'll curve it out. You want to just give it a curve until you are satisfied with the A-line curve. You can see the way mine came out and not straight. I'm not maintaining that straight line. So I noticed that it was not going to be properly balanced, or is not going to be balanced, and then I extended my hand upwards by 10 inches again. All right, so I extended it and then gave it that curve to give us an A-line curve. Now the essence of this A-line curve is because of the rush at the front, at the side of this bubu. So by the time you pull it up, it's going to the mouth of the bubu dress is meant to fall down a bit. That is the essence. Okay, so after getting that, the next thing we're going to do right now is to cut through. So we are going to be cutting out the back neckline first. After cutting the back neckline, we cut out the bubu curve and then also trim out the sleeve area. All right, so please go ahead and cut yours just like this. Okay, so you can see the A-line effect at the points there. So after cutting it through, we're going to go ahead and open it up so that we can be able to cut out the front piece, the front neckline as well. So this is the front neck. I'm going ahead to cut it. So guys, after cutting it, now the next thing we're going to do is to go ahead and fold the sleeve so that we can pass our elastic band. So we'll fold it first like this and then fold it in the second time. By the time you are sewing on it, you want to sew in such a way that its elastic band can be able to pass through. So guys, I've gone ahead now to sew the sleeve on both sides, and this is what we have. Can you see? So this is the full length, and I sewed it to the full length. And we're going to be making use of this elastic band. Now this is going to be serving for the two sleeve. So I'll go ahead and divide this elastic band into two. After dividing this elastic band, we are going to go ahead and check out the length. So the length of the elastic band we're going to be making use of today is 14 inches. And then remember, we had our sleeve length be 17 inches. So I minus 3 inches from the band, and we're going to go ahead and use this pin and pin it like this. Just the normal way we'll pass our elastic band. We'll go ahead now and pass it through to the other side. Now when we're pulling it, you want to make sure that when you get to this end, you pin it down or you run a stitch on it to avoid it pulling as you're getting to the other end. So go ahead and pull it now. So after pulling it now, this is what we're expected to have. So we're going to go ahead now. I'll go ahead now and stitch on both sides in order to secure the elastic band. So I will stitch on this side. When I stitch on it, I'll do the same thing for this other side. So guys, I've gone ahead now to attach the elastic band on both sleeve, and this is what we have. Can you see what it looks like? So guys, if you look at the thumbnail, you'll notice that this design we are trying to recreate has a placket at the front, like a flap at the front. So we're going to go ahead now and arrange this bubu properly, just to arrange it and then identify the front and the back, arrange it properly. Now after arranging it properly, I'm going to iron it down to give it a straight line so that we'll know where we will be attaching our placket. So after arranging it, so I've gone ahead to iron our design, the center where we'll be attaching our placket, and this is what we have it to look like. So you can see that line indicating where we're going to be attaching it. And I've also gone ahead to cut out the placket, the length of the placket. So this is what we have, and we have the length to be 14 inches, but I added extra 1 inch allowance for the stitching and for top stitching and every other thing. So this is it. We're going to make use of 14 inches. All right, and then I have the wideness of this placket to be 3.5 inches. Okay, so I'll open it up for us to see. So this is 3.5 inches, as you can see it here. All right, and then what I did is just I closed it at this edge with 1/2 inch, and then I folded it into two like this. Very easy to understand. So guys, you want to take note that for this placket, for you to do your own placket, it's advisable you add an interfacing like an stay, soft gum, or whichever one you have. Okay, so we're going to go ahead now and measure the length of the placket we're going to be working with. So just to confirm, we're going to be chalking down 14 inches on our main fabric like this. Okay, so after chalking down the 14 inches, we'll go ahead and open up the placket like this on our main fabric. Just follow up a straight line. Now when we get to that 14 inches, we're not going to cut all through. We're going to just give it 1/2 inch and then cut it out just like this. You can see the way I'm cutting it, and then also open it up just like this. Okay, so this is how we're going to be attaching it. So this is what it looks like. Can you see? So this is how we're meant to open it. Now pick our placket. You can see this open side, this side that is open will face this other side. Can you see? So place it on top of it, and then use the second one, place it on top of this first one like this. Now you can see that the other opening, the openings are facing different direction. Okay, so after placing it on top of it, we'll go ahead and pin it. Now we know that wherever we're pinning means that we're going to be stitching it. So this place that we are pinning down, we're going to go ahead and stitch it by 1/2 inch. After stitching it by 1/2 inch, we'll flip it over like this and stitch on top of that place where my hand is. Now when you're flipping it, you can see this other side will now be facing this point. So what you're going to do is that you're going to use that opening and use it to fix into the other side. Just pay attention to what I'm doing. So when you pin it down, we are meant to stitch on it. You can see this other side facing it. So that other side where we've slitted into two, we'll use it to put into one of the plackets like this. Now after securing it properly with our pin, we're also meant to run a stitch on it, just the same way we did for the other side. The same thing we'll do for this other side. Okay, please do not forget to stitch down there, and then I'll take this, I'll stitch it and bring it back. So guys, I've gone ahead now to attach the placket to the fabric, and this is what it looks like. Now this is the inside of it, so I'll turn it over to the other side. So this is what the other outside looks like. Can you see what it looks like? Really fine and really neat. So this is what you are supposed to be having when you attach your own placket. All right, so apart from that, I've also gone ahead to run a stitch round this the bubu. I stitched it, closed it by 1/2 inch all around the bubu like this. I folded it to this edge, and I hemmed the down part as well. So the next thing we're going to do right now is that we're going to pick the bubu dress like this, the right sides facing each other, and close it down by 1 inch, just the way we close up our bubu dress. So you want to make sure you arrange it properly, just the way I am arranging it like this. Okay, so when you are arranging it, this is what you're meant to have. Please do not forget, we're going to be stitching from this our sleeve point all the way to this point here, to this full length here. Okay, so guys, this is the ruche that we are going to be using for our bubu. So this is the pieces. I've gone ahead to cut out all these pieces, and then I have it to be 3 pieces all together. So I'm going to go ahead now and demonstrate it with this other one. But before that, the length of the pieces I have here is 45 inches. Okay, so we have it to be 45 inches. Now I have this to be 3 pieces like I said before. Now this is the 4th one, so I'm going to go ahead and use this one to demonstrate how we are going to achieve that. Now the wideness of this particular pieces is 2 inches. Okay, now from these 2 inches that we have here, we'll go ahead and fold it in the first time like this, and then fold this other edge like this. After folding it, we'll go ahead and then fold it together like this, just the way we folded that placket is the same way we're going to be folding this one, but this one is the smaller part. Okay, so this is just the same way we have our bias and all of that. So I'll go ahead and stitch this and bring it back. So guys, I've gone ahead now to stitch it, and this is our ruche. This is the pieces. Now we have it complete to be 4 in all. So, and then for our bubu gown, I've gone ahead to close it up by 1 inch. So this is what it looks like. Can you see? So we're going to go ahead now and work on our neckline. Now you notice that the neckline has a kind of piping at the neck. So we'll go ahead and take the round circumference of our neck. Okay, so after taking the round circumference of the neck like so, we have this to be 23 inches. Okay, so this is the pieces that we're going to be using to achieve that placket, the piping at the neck area. And I have this one to be 3.5 inches. I have this to be 4 inches rather. Now I'll folded it into 2. I'm going to be doubling this by 4 because I don't have an estate to gum on it, and then I have the length of this to be 25 inches. So I added extra inches. Now this is the first fold. All right, this is the first fold I'm going to use, and then I also fold it in again like this. So in total I have this fold to be 4. This is just to enable it to be thick for the neck. So we'll go ahead now and pick the right side of this our neck. Please notice the right side. We'll first of all fold the tip of this piping, these pieces first, and then we'll use it to run a pipe all around it at first. Now after running a stitch on it the first time, we'll go ahead and fold it up like this. So this is what we are meant to have after piping our neck. So I'll go ahead and pipe it and bring it back. So guys, I've gone ahead now to pipe it, and then the next thing we're going to do is to attach our ruche to this bubu. So we'll come down from our sleeve length. We'll come down by 10 inches. I will mark the 10 inches down there. After marking this our 10 inches down, we're going to go ahead and just measure it to half. So this is a 10 inch. So this is our ruche. This is our rope that we're going to use to be achieve the ruche. So we'll place it on top of it like this, and then use this that 1 inch that we used to close our bubu up to pin it down. So let me open it up so that I will know how we are going to be stitching on it. So I've gone ahead to open it up. So we'll go ahead and place the pieces on top of this like this, and then stitch it down. Now that is the essence of why I folded the edges of this bubu, so that we are going to have a very neat stitch. So the same thing we'll do. We'll go ahead and take our rope and place it under it like this. Can you see the way I'm doing it? And then you want to sew it in a way that you're not going to stitch on top of the rope. So you take it all the way to the full length, just down to the full length. So I'll go ahead and attach it and bring it back. So guys, I've gone ahead to attach it. So this is what our piping at the neck looks like. Okay, so this is what it looks like. All right, so you can see how neat it is. This is the front, and then this is the back side. Look, can you see? This is how neat it looks like. Okay, and then I've gone ahead now to also attach our ruche at the side of our bubu dress. So this is what it looks like. So if you want, you can wear your bubu gown like this, just like this, without drawing up the ruche. And then if you want to attach the ruche, you can actually achieve the ruche like this. So this is what it looks like. I want to feel like this actually turned out to be very beautiful. Okay, so this is what the other side looks like as well. So this is the effect of the A line that we achieved at the side. So let me turn it over for us to see. So this is the effect. Can you see? So this is the effect of that A line that we achieved at the side of the bubu. So guys, so this is all for the cutting of this bubu dress. So if you have watched this point, if you have watched this tutorial to this point, please do not forget to click on the subscribe button. And this is what our puff sleeve looks like. Can you see? Please do not forget to click on the subscribe button. If you're yet to subscribe, please do not forget to like, comment and share. So the only thing left is for us to put our press on button to this bubu dress. You can put it on top of it so that it can lap properly. Okay, so thank you so much for watching, guys. Please do not forget to like I said. Please do not forget to subscribe if you're yet to subscribe. Please do not forget to comment, leave a comment, and please do not forget to go green. Please do not forget to go green. Do not litter your pieces. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you on our next tutorial.